So today I decided to figure out if you could beat Back 4 Blood without killing anything, even though nobody asked. After putting absolutely no thought into it, I made a deck and started the game. Now, I know what you're gonna say.
The bots are killing. What are you talking about?
Well, you know what? Just shut up. I don't care. I'm not killing. So, it is what it is. I decided as long as the end screen of the level says I've killed no ridden and no mutations, then that's good enough. And therefore, the challenge is passed. So, anyways, going through the first and second level, it's pretty easy to just not kill anything. You can kind of just run around until the bots catch up to you and do something useful with their life for once. Every once in a while, I got kind of stopped by some zombies, and I did allow myself to punch them because I'm not killing them, so it's okay. After finishing the first level with a random ass bang, I moved on to the second one, and it's pretty much the same thing, just ran through it. For this challenge, I'd definitely say firecrackers are kind of a necessity, especially since every other thing I can buy is pretty much useless, other than flashbangs, but I've never used flashbangs in this game. Have you? Who uses flashbangs? On to the third level, I finally took a card that I think is probably the most useful one of all of them for this type of challenge that no one is going to do ever. The card makes it so everyone will do 10% more damage to anything I mark. So now I can actually kind of like do something. When I got to the crossing, I have no idea why my brain melted when I got to the big propane tank you have to shoot. There was a zombie sitting beside it, and I figured if I shot the tank and killed the zombie, then the run was over. And I started trying to figure out if I could jump around it, over top the wall. Finally, my brain rebooted, and I realized I can just get the bots to shoot the zombie. Like, I don't know why that wasn't my first thought. After shooting the propane tank, I checked to make sure that nobody was killed on the other side. Don't worry, everyone was okay. And then after that, the rest of the level was not exciting. Just the same as usual. A clean sweep was the first level I was actually kind of worried about, because it's the first level where you need to kill something in order to progress when the breaker comes out of the one gas station. During the first part, I basically just ran around stealing money from cars and, helping out. If anyone got grabbed, I'd go punch whatever was grabbing them. Still not killing them, I'd like to make that clear. Once the breaker finally came out, I just kind of kept pinging him and running around since I couldn't really do much other than that. I tried to hide inside the gas station, but that's a dumb idea. Another added benefit here is that there's people on top of the gas station to help you kill it. So honestly, I feel like they made the game so that you don't have to do anything. I was also worried about the next part after the breaker, because there's a bunch of sleepers down this alley and I can't exactly shoot them to kill them because I think that counts. Pinging them did seem to help, but the bots are just so stupid. At this one point, I actually I'm gonna be honest, I did try to sacrifice Mom, but the sleeper was not interested. And then the bots just decided to stare at the wall instead of shooting the one sleeper. The bots suck, man. Eventually, I took on the tactic of just trying to break the sleeper's ankles. However, the sleepers don't have ankles, and that doesn't work so well. Walker and Mom noticed I was struggling and finally stepped in. Once we finally got this one door open is when I realized how nice it would be to be allowed to shoot. After a moment of panic and some firecrackers, I got out of the situation. But I'm just really lucky Evangelo has an ability that he can deal with these situations. Wait a second, what's Holly doing? After saving the people and getting to the safe house, this guy opened the door and there was a zombie inside, and then he shot them. Like, I'm not really sure what kind of situation this was, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. I mean, this man's love for these zombies extended to the next level where the sleeper just didn't care. He ran right by him. But anyways, moving on to the rest of the level, it was actually pretty easy, other than one sleeper jump at me and then Evangelo just consumed it. I have no idea what happened to it, but we take those. I did have one sleeper jump on me here, and I used Evangelo's ability to take it off, and I don't know if that is considered a kill. I mean, the end screen of the level says it's not a kill, so we're not going to count it. After saving the people in the apartment, I try to do a speedrun strat where you down yourself. And sadly, it's not in the game anymore. So I just really embarrassed myself in front of the whole team. And they're just never going to look at me the same. It's kind of sad. In this next level, I made the biggest mistake of my entire life. I'm not overreacting. I took a card that makes it so I can't use firecrackers anymore, just so I can revive faster. Like, that's the dumbest trade-off ever. After starting the jukebox, I didn't actually have a strategy. I just ran around. The jukebox was destroyed like way too many times. I don't know how we just kept repairing it. Evangelo is just some kind of jukebox hero. If you get that reference, you're really old. I want you to know that. The rest of Act 1 was pretty easy. Use the turret to get on the roof of the one diner level to just never die. We did have a close call on Abandoned. So do you remember when I decided to go with revive speed over firecrackers? Yeah, that was a mistake. Would have been pretty useful right now. I actually had to leave the house and go get Walker because Holly and Mom were just not cutting it for me. But at least that revive speed came in handy. That was pretty much it for Act 1. On to Act 2. I did switch up the deck a little bit before going into Act 2. Mainly just getting rid of the one card that makes it so I can't have firecrackers. Firecrackers are better than people. You can quote me on that. On this first level of Act 2, once I got to the 2 houses, I tried to do the 1 house skip. Without the movement cards, it was not even close. But while looking around this backyard for the first time, I found whatever this thing is in this chicken coop. If you know what this is, let me know. I'm sure it's not a mystery. I'm just dumb. On this next level, I was just trying to get rid of these nodes when this one ridden just got lost in the sauce. We've all been there. Mom had to put him down. Understandable. It is No Nut November. You can't be doing that. In the next level, I had a moral dilemma of whether I should let this sleeper suck on my teats or rip him off and let him die. I know it doesn't technically count as a kill, and the challenge would be okay if I took him off, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. In the next level, I had absolutely no problems. I mean, when you're an expert level speedrunner like myself, nothing touches you when you're just this good at the game. On Trailer Trashed, I did get a little unlucky with a breaker spawning. However, at this point, I had the crew trained, and they took it out pretty easily. I make a pretty good teacher. Honestly, I did most of the work. On the Broken Bird, I actually do set myself up for failure in this one, which is kind of funny. Here I threw down a gas can, thinking that if the bots somehow shot it, it wouldn't do damage to me and it would protect me. After hooking up the one crate and then coming back, the breaker had spawned, and I guess if the breaker hits the gas can, well then, I played myself, is basically what I'm trying to say. This next level was probably the biggest one I was concerned about for this challenge. You have to kill the ogre before you can leave. I do try to get to the safe room before killing the ogre, but obviously that's not going to happen. Luckily, the ogre walked up to one of the guard towers and then just got stuck. The one guard just kept shooting it and it literally was sitting there doing nothing. Kind of the perfect scenario. Could be a good strategy for Nightmare, but I actually have no idea why it happened. On the next level, you have to kill an ogre and a breaker, but at this point, I already knew the bots could do both, so it was just a matter of running around. It did take a very long time, I will say that though. On the last level of Act 2, you have to kill 5 screamers before 2 breakers spawn in. The bots don't seem to shoot the screamers until they're actually screaming, which is actually a good thing. I'm glad that is in the game. So I basically just ran up to the screamers and then told the bots to shoot them. That was the easy part. The hard part is playing Battle Royale against 2 breakers as the circle closes in and you still have to deal with the specials that are spawning. The lucky thing is, on this level, I had no idea about this. I'm learning so much through doing this dumb challenge. There's a sniper on top of the church that will actually help you kill these. An actual guardian angel sent from above, literally. Anyways, after running around the circle, reviving the bot, we finally are finished Act 2, moving on to Act 3. At the start of Act 3, I got a little unlucky and had a breaker spawn, but I tried to make good of a bad situation, gave him a little smack on the ass, told him good game, and he didn't take that very well. He kind of dummied the whole team, left us in shambles. We did manage to take care of him, but we never recovered from it and actually lost this time. We all died for the first time. So I restarted, got another breaker to spawn. This time I decided to just keep running. And that was all fine and good until we got to the house. This is the saddest moment in Nobody Asked history. I was trying to break down the door and I shot a zombie. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So after that we restarted and no breaker spawned. This level was actually pretty easy after that. Moving on to the next level, it was basically just a mad dash towards the end. The hag did make me poop myself a little bit on this bridge, but other than that it was simple and straightforward, nothing to it. Oh yeah, Holly did revive me through a wall, which is just giving me more evidence that Holly is actually a god. But we'll just ignore that. In Cabins by the Lake, the hag confronted me at the dock saying I was acting strange and distancing myself. When I ignored her again, like a crazy ex, she showed up in my house unannounced and ate my mom. Oh no! Anyways, I found the battery and finished the level. In Garden Party, nothing really special happened. I finished T5 pretty quickly too. I mean, especially after the update where that you only have to find 3 boxes if you're going solo. Like, that is probably the only part of the update that was good. And that now your secondaries were loaded. But if you're still watching this far into the video, I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you. You are the best. Okay, enough of that. After escaping the school, I did have to do some smooth moves, haha, to get to the bus, because there's quite a few sleepers at the end. Once I got to the last level of Act 3, I was kind of excited because I knew there was these T5 gas bombs that I could use to weaken stuff, making it a lot easier for the boss to kill. But after going through it, because in this level you have to kill the nest and then also kill any remaining ogres, so I knew there was going to be quite a bit of fighting in this one, and I figured the T5 grenades would just make that so much easier. However, I've never realized how many specials are really in this level until now. And I also noticed that I think the bots get to be downed like an infinite amount of times, because I felt like I revived them way too many. Like, I don't know how many extra lives you get on recruit, but it seems like they can never die in this level. And after going through this process of getting more grenades and throwing them at all the specials and reviving all the bots for like half an hour, eventually they finally killed the ogre, and I thought I was done until I saw the end screen. 31 ridden killed and 5 mutations. So it seems like anything you hit with the T5 grenade counts as your kill once it's finally dead. This sucks for the challenge. However, it's good news for anyone who wants to look good to their friends. Don't shoot anything. Just throw these grenades at everything and you'll be top of the team. After retrying the level, the real strat is actually just to open up the T5 boxes so the bots will take the grenades and use them themselves. And actually, the level went way faster when doing this. I have no idea why. That means the challenge is still alive and we're going on to Act 4. Now, the first part of Act 4 has you destroying these tentacles. Pretty easy, honestly. I just marked the tentacle and then got close to it so it would open up and the bots could shoot them. I did need to use the defibrillator at one point because the bots get killed so often. It's sickening. Maybe Holly is not a god after all. But then she just rose from the dead, so now I don't know what to believe. On my first attempt, I actually had all the bots die during the second phase, so that kind of killed it. But I also realized during the second phase that the bots don't shoot the inside of the mouth. They basically act like the weak points on the abomination are the nodes, so they won't shoot anything like that, which means the run is dead. Or is it? After restarting and doing everything myself, killing the tentacles, the abomination, and all of that, once you kill the abomination, quotation marks kill, the level's over, and if you check the end screen, it says I have 0 kills. Technically, the abomination is still alive, and I didn't kill anything in this whole playthrough of Back 4 Blood. Challenge complete. So, the answer to can you beat Back 4 Blood without killing is yes. But, after all, nobody asked.